Yesterday, the STAR 50 index surged 5.47%, and total trading volume across the two markets jumped back above 3 trillion yuan. So, is this the start of a rally or the peak? What major news will impact the A-share market on the morning of May 7, 2026 at 6:30 a.m.? Don't worry, I'll break it down for you. There were 3 major global events in May, and each acted like a key, unlocking the code behind today's sector movements in the A-share market. The first key is the all-out frenzy in US. II assets. AMD soared 18% overnight. Corning jumped 12%, and the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index has risen over 50% since April. Behind this is solid earnings support. AMD reported $102.5 billion in revenue for Q1, with net profit up 95% year-on-year. Corning signed a long-term deal with NVIDIA to expand optical link production capacity tenfold. What does this mean? The global AI computing arms race has moved from flashy PowerPoint to real money being spent on orders and capacity expansion. Demand is exploding, and for A-Gen shares, the transmission logic is straightforward. When US AI hardware leaders soar, it reinforces the high growth expectations for the global AI supply chain. Anticipation drives capital into comparable A-share sectors. That's why today, AI, computing power, optical communications, and other semiconductor equipment and materials are sectors you need to watch closely. Yesterday, the STAR 50 index jumped 5.47%, or the memory chip sector skyrocketed 7.61%. This isn't a coincidence, it's capital voting with its feet, racing ahead with the US market showing such strength today. This main theme is only going to get stronger. The second key is the sudden shift in the Middle East. Trump said that the US and Iran could reach an agreement within a week, with Iran agreeing not to possess nuclear weapons. How big is this news? International oil prices plunged over 7% overnight, with WTI crude dropping from $102 to $95. Falling oil triggers a ripple effect. Who's hurt first? Upstream sectors like oil extractions and oil field services take a hit. The geopolitical premium in costs disappears instantly. But who benefits? First, aviation, shipping, or logistics companies, whose fuel costs just dropped significantly. Aviation fuel makes up 30 to 40% of total airline costs, so a 5% drop can save billions. Second, downstream chemical and fiber companies see raw material costs fall, boosting profit margins. Third, global risk appetite returns. Funds flow out of safe haven oil and back into growth and tech stocks. For A-shares, this is a major tailwind, essentially fanning the fire under the tech sector. The third key is the rebound of Chinese concept stocks. The Nasdaq Golden Dragon China Index rose 3.45%, with Baidu up 11% and Alibaba 7%. What does this show? It signals rapidly restoring foreign confidence in Chinese tech assets, which directly boosts sentiment in related A-share and Hong Kong stocks. When foreign capital dares to buy, domestic investors follow. Put these 3 keys together, and today's script is clear. The global AI industry is at a peak, confirmed by earnings and orders. That's the baseline. Geopolitical risks ease, oil prices collapse, lowering global inflation expectations and giving central banks more room to loosen. Chinese concept stocks rebound strongly, lifting overall market risk appetite. So, how will A-shares likely move today? I expect a high open, but be wary of a pullback, since the market already rallied significantly yesterday. Both the Shanghai Composite and Chi-Next left weekly level gaps, indicating technical correction needs. Today we'll likely see a high open, some consolidation to digest profit, and then stabilization by the close. For RETAIL investors, the direction is clear. Stick with AI and computing power supply chain plays. Memory chips, servers, these have the most earning certainty and are the main global theme. Watch sectors benefiting directly from falling oil prices, like aviation and logistics. High-cost industries now have room for valuation recovery. Avoid sectors hurt by lower oil prices, like oil and certain chemicals. Remember, the market's main theme is tech growth, but timing matters more than direction. Don't chase the highs in the morning. Wait for intraday pullbacks for better entry points. Opportunities are never scarce. Patience and discipline are. Follow me, and let's grow together on this investing journey.